Peace, everybody. This is No Face Exclusive Interviews. Disobey everything, evil and wicked. You know how we get it in. I'm sitting here with the God, Dontie Mitchell. I've been looking forward to this interview for a long time, my brother. And he goes by a different name besides Dontie Mitchell. I don't want to butcher it or mess it up, so I'm gonna let him, pronounce his name to you.
This is Dontie S. Mitchell, better known as Mfalme Sikivu, which means dutiful king in Swahili.
All right, peace, bro. First of all, I want to just say, man, I'm glad you home. You feel me? I heard a lot about you, a lot about your case, bro. And it's a pleasure to meet you, man. And you've been through, through a lot of stuff that a lot of people need to hear about. You got a lot of information. You trying to do a lot of good things, positive things since you've been home. So I don't want to just, I want you to tell your story. And you understand what I'm saying? And what you've been through and how you got incarcerated and everything. Talk at your own leisure, my brother.
All right. Well, basically, I'm a native from Albany. Back in 1997, I committed a robbery, 2 attempt robberies, related offenses. I ended up going to trial because they tried to, compel me to plead guilty to a crime I didn't commit.
Yeah.
And also to give state's evidence against my co-defense, which I wouldn't do. So I decided to go to trial. Plus, the Albany Police Department was corrupt back then, and they did some things that I wanted to challenge because it was illegal.
Yeah.
Me being the person I am, I'm a Capricorn, I'm stubborn, I see it injustice. I stand on that. 2 wrongs don't make a right.
Yep.
You can't tell me that I'm wrong at 17 years old for what I did, but yet you could break the law to try to get a conviction. I know I wasn't feeling that. So I went to trial and I blew. But I was acquitted of the crime they tried to get me to plead guilty of.
Yep.
Because I didn't commit it. But as a result of me going to trial, I was punished for going to trial. They gave me 35 to 70 years.
Wow.
First time a felony offender, first time violent felony offender. Hadn't been in trouble like that before, except for a wild drug case 10 months earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So my life of crime only, it lasted for 10 months.
Yeah.
After I signed out of foster care at 16, like them 10 months after that, I was going through I was going through a transition. I was homeless, lost my job, really didn't have no place to go, no place to stay.
Yeah.
And I ended up, doing what I did, which was a terrible mistake. But it didn't justify me having to do so much time in prison.
Yeah.
I didn't kill nobody, didn't hurt nobody, didn't harm nobody. That's not the seriousness of what I did. But you also have to look at mitigating factors. So during the time I was incarcerated, you know how it is, man. You gotta adjust.
Yep.
You either gonna adapt and survive, or you're gonna be victimized.
Yep. So let me ask you a question. This picture I have in back of you, that was 3 years ago. And I think I asked you, at this moment, you had no idea you was coming home in 2021.
Nah.
Like, you still facing 35 to 70 right there. Like,
yeah, I didn't have no idea, certainty. There was no certainty that I was gonna come home. But I was very, very devoted and committed to the process. I told myself back in 2017, even before that, but in 2017, I truly committed to the process of getting out of prison. I told myself I'm gonna get clemency. Okay. But there was no certainty. There's never no certainty in anything. But you just
believe it so fucking strong because you
facts.
Got you.
Because there's a belief, man. There's this perception, right? That you can create your own destiny. You are the master of your own destiny. Like, the things you do now are gonna reflect in the results you get later.
Yep.
So, I took the necessary steps to secure my freedom, and it worked.
Got you. Let me ask you another question.
Mm-hmm.
At 16 or 17 years old, when the judge tell you you're facing 35, like, what does that feel like? Because, a lot of us, you can't fathom that. Like, a lot of us, like, I got hit with a year, and I thought my world was over when I was, like, a little younger on Rackett's Island. So, I couldn't imagine the strength that you must have had mentally and physically to even endure from such a young age to endure that in prison, man. And like I said, I commend you, my brother. I mean,
well, I'm not gonna lie, I'm still the same way today. When he had told me the time that I was going to face, or the time I was getting, it wasn't even a thought like, damn, oh man, I'm gonna be here for like a really long time. I was like, man, I'm gonna fight this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was just my thought. Like anytime like stuff happens to me like that, or I feel like this is a daunting situation. I get in fight mode. It's like I gotta fight this. I gotta challenge this. I gotta buck the system.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna just be wallowing in my feelings and wallowing in misery. I'm not doing none of that. A lot of people do that, and unfortunately, it breeds a certain result.
Mm-hmm.
It keeps you stuck. If you're in a bad situation and it can seem or appear hopeless. If you allow it to hold you back, then there's no chance of actually overcoming it.
Mm-hmm.
So my thinking was like, he said what he said.
Yep.
Cool. Now, how I'm gonna figure out how to change that circumstance. I've been like that since I was a kid. I had to be like that since I was a kid because my mom was drugging, my pops wasn't around. I had to take care of myself. So at the end of the day, it's like, yo, either damn if I do, damned if I don't. So I'm like, if I'm damned either way, I'm gonna go out fighting and swinging.
Yeah, it's hard coming up, like, cause you got no direction. It's just about survival now. You understand what I'm saying? You gotta eat, you gotta clothe, you got shit you gotta do.
Yeah.
You're not a man, you're a boy. You're trying to come into that manhood. Yeah. But once that get connected, because I grew up similar, with a lot of dysfunction in my house. And it took me a while to get back to make me to the man that I am. I always had that in me, but I had to like sit myself down and this ain't how you want to be. See your little nieces, nephews look at you that way. Right. So I had to change my whole life around. Right. You understand what I'm saying? Let me ask you something else. And I know when you came home back to your neighborhood and you seen the condition of your neighborhood with all of the killings and, just like people they don't care. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. How did that make you feel?
Again, same situation. I see what appears to be a hopeless situation. And where other people may be consigned to accepting it, I'm not accepting it. Like this family of mine was like, yo, oh man, I don't want to come back to Albany. It's trash out here. I'm trying to move away. It's like, while they all saying that, I'm thinking in the back of my mind, like, this is opportunity.
Yeah.
Opportunities don't come when you run.
Yep.
Opportunities come from tragedy. It comes from hardship. It comes from difficulty, man. Like,
yeah, that's right.
That's what fuels me. Like, I see this as an opportunity. I see this as a challenge to be surmounted. I don't see this as anything else. Wow, running from the problem. Like, that's what we've been doing. Like, we've been running from the problem. Like, our people, unfortunately, man, we've been through a lot over the years, man, over the centuries in this country.
Yep.
And it's like, now that we got a little bit of space to do things, everybody want to get on some do me shit and then run down south or run whatever. I'm not jacking that. Like, I don't subscribe to that. Our ancestors fought, bled, and died so that those people who are running have the opportunity to run.
Yep.
But that's not what they did. Yep. Our ancestors didn't run. If they ran and did that, like, I'm not going to worry about trying to, rebel against the slave master. I'm just going to pick my cotton and make the best of it. We still be slaves, B.
Yeah.
Like, come on, like, think about that shit. So I get frustrated when people run from problems. I had to face my problems. 25 years behind a war, I had to deal with that. Mm-hmm. Family wasn't there like that. I had to basically create my own circumstances. First 10 years that I was incarcerated, I was fucked up. Mm-hmm. Nobody was doing nothing for me. You see what I'm saying? But I didn't give up. I ain't just, I'm going to run from my problems. Nah. What I did was I created an organization called UFD. I started teaching and educating.
UFD, what UFD stand for?
UFD stands for the Ujima Fraternal Dynasty.
Uh-huh.
If anybody's familiar with Kwanzaa, which is the African American holiday, right, that was established by Dr. Maulana Karinga, Ujima is the fourth principle of Kwanzaa, and it means cooperative economics. So that's what our name stands for, Ujima Fraternal Dynasty, because we believe in the concept of cooperative economics, working together to achieve collective financial power. UFD is a mutual self-improvement fraternity of like minds, for both men and women. Like, we're a brotherhood, a sisterhood. It's like a fraternity, a family. You know, it's our tribe. Like I'm gonna invest in you. You're gonna invest in me. We're gonna help each other. That's what Ujima is.
Yep.
Like so, our motto is we all succeed by helping each other succeed. If I can invest my time, my energy, my money, my love, my loyalty in you to help you get where you need to be, then that means I have an asset on my team.
Yep.
Right? And when you invest in people, you can create more. You can, you have an abundance because people, we are creators. You know what I'm saying? We got the spirit of the creator. We have the God energy that exists within us. So when you are willing to do that work, right, and investing in other people, you're investing in the ability to exponentially grow something great. When you just invest in stocks and bonds, I mean stocks and bonds, but when you invest in people, a person can generate more capital than a stock or a bond.
Yeah.
But this we lose this concept. We're more concerned about individual self as opposed to collective self. Ujima is not about that. So I created UFD because I felt like the only way that I could really move forward is by helping others, right? And that's one of the success principles I live by. I live by this. Empower myself by empowering others. If I can help somebody else do good, then I know in the future they can help me do good. It's an investment.
Yep.
It's not, see, a lot of people say, yo, I can't help nobody else until I help myself. I am helping myself by investing in others.
Yeah. Each one teach one, bro.
Each one teach one, each one help one. Because my thing is this, you might be in a better position to do something that I need done than me. So if I invest in you to help you in something that I'm good at, to help you do something that you're good at that can help me, then that's a win-win situation.
Like, self-explanatory. The exact thing we're doing right now.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? And it's the thing that you building your foundation on is the same thing me and my team been doing. Each one teach one. Each one teach 100. You understand what I'm saying? And it was something I was going to ask you, which you was talking about a little earlier when you was talking about the hard work. It's like we want to do everything easy. If anything seems hard, we run away from it.
Facts.
You understand what I'm saying? This shit didn't happen overnight the way this shit is. It's going to take hard work for us to get the fuck up. Let's clean the neighborhoods up. Let's do something with these kids. Because these kids, just the way you felt, I felt coming up. There's a lot of kids out here that feel that same fucking
Facts.
way, bro.
It's the sense of, it's alienation. It's the sense that I'm not connected. I speak to, in prison, I utilize UFD to positively organize, motivate, inspire, educate, and mentor younger prisoners and steer them away from gangs, drugs, and violence. In the process of me doing that, I create bonds with these young dudes, right? And I talk to them, right? And it's always the same thing. Most of them don't feel connected to nothing. It's like, I had one kid tell me one time, like, yo, man, I be feeling like I'm dead inside. Like, I don't got nothing. Like, they like the cars, jewelry, music. All that is to fulfill is to fill a void.
Yeah.
The void that is there is the lack of human connection. The fact that when I was growing up in a home, my mom, I was probably living in a single home with my mom.
Yep.
She was too busy working, or she might have been drugging, whatever. So I had no connection with her. My siblings, they all wild. Like, I had no real connection to them. So what does that do to the psyche of a child? See, that's the reason why I created the Dynasty Kids program as a junior chapter of UFD for younger kids from 16 and under, right? It's because they lack that adult connection. They lack that connection that they need to get from an adult to show them the proper direction that they need to go in.
Yeah.
And as a result of that, that's when they get older, they run to the streets.
Yeah.
And they feel so dead inside, they don't mind killing another person.
That's right. And it's a lot of times I hear people raise their kids, they be like, yo, you so beautiful, you cute, you're going to be a heartbreaker. That's not a good information to tell your kid. You want to tell your kid you can do anything you want to do with your life. You could be anything you want to be. Once you install that from when they young, and that's going to be installed in them. And not that they cocky or anything, but they have a confidence that you could do this. There's nothing that you can't do. You understand what I'm saying? At all. But yeah, we in a situation, and like I said, any way I can help, don't hesitate to holler at me. And I heard that Meek Mills hollered at you about something. Meek Mills, my son, you doing some work with him also, right?
Yeah, my son, that's my boy, man. That's my bro, man. He reposted the video that
was just about you. Yeah, the shit went off.
Yeah, but he reposted it on his IG with his over 500,000 followers. That got the attention of Meek Mills. And okay, that got the attention of Meek Mills, and then it led to somewhat of a groundswell of support. You know what I mean? Could have been a little bit more, but whatever the case may be, it worked enough to get the proper attention, and I ended up coming home. So when the day I came home, you know, my son, his team, you know, my man Maurice Ballard, aka Mr. Footwork from Brooklyn, they all came. He was the first one there actually, Mr. Footwork, Maurice. He had a bunch of clothes for me outside the jail. I came outside the jail, took off the jail clothes, and got dressed in the clothes that he brought for me. He brought me some nice construct-Tims, whatever.
That's peace. That's peace.
My son and his team came later when we basically mobbed the diner, so we was there eating and all that. So my son came, he paid for everything. So while we was out there in the parking lot, Meek Mills FaceTime my son, was like, where the brother at? So I came, hollered at him, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I very much appreciate that he showed me some attention. That's peace. You know, the plan is, I don't know, you know how it is in the industry, you know, people be busy, whatever the case may be. The plan was, or is, for Meek Mills to throw a dinner party with me with the people, you know, from Reform Alliance that also helped me out. They gave me a fellowship, and you know, just to basically celebrate my homecoming, and you know, just to, you know, bring light to the situation that there are more people that really deserve, you know, a chance. Like, that's the work I'm out here doing now. So
peace. Shout out to Meek Mills, man, for that. Peace for that, man. That's what's up. I mean, so moving forward, you got an appointment in the city today too, right?
Well, it's not. Tomorrow they have a unity event in Harlem, so I'm leaving today. You know what I'm saying? Spend the weekend in New York. There's another event which is I'm kind of embarrassed to say, but there's another event on Sunday, and I can't remember exactly. I think it's the brother Shandu. I went to another event last week. My son held called Boycott Black Murder. And, you know, there was a brother there. I think it. You know, they supposed to be having an event this Sunday. So it's supposed to be 25th and the 26th. And you know, I'm gonna go to that event too. With, you know, once I connect with the brothers that are doing it. But I'm definitely going to the unity event that was. I was invited to by DJ Robbie Rob. Shout out to DJ Robbie Rob. I'm gonna be speaking at that event, and you know, just basically going down there to show the love to the people.
I appreciate the work you're doing. You've been coming. It's like since you've been home. Once your feet hit the ground, you just been running.
Yeah, my cousin said something to me. My female cousin, right? Cause we had just met just before I came home. Like ever. Like I never knew she existed. Maybe about 90 days before I found out that I was granted clemency. So she reached out to me. We started building a little rapport, whatever. But you know, I noticed that, you know, I used to ask her for certain, you know, assistance, and you know, was a little hesitant, whatever. She told me like the other day we was driving a car, some real shit, and I actually recorded it. It's gonna be on my IG reality TV show.
Let everybody know what your IG is.
Well, not my IG, pardon me, my YouTube channel. When I do it, I haven't done it yet, but I'm just, you know, doing recordings, whatever, grabbing. But my IG is Dontie Mitchell Free. I have been posting some footage on there too, but what I want to do is do a reality TV show called The Dontie Mitchell Story, Dynasty Rising. I want to, you know, chronicleize my release from prison and the work that I'm doing and the result. Right, so it's like I want to show people that there's a step-by-step process that you can follow in order to, you know, to get to a certain, you know, success status in life. You know, if you really put your mind to it, you can make things happen. So I want people to see the footwork I'm doing. But anyway, so I had recorded for that. But be that as it may, what she said was, she said that, yo, you know, she had dealt with so many other dudes that make all these promises. And like, yo, we go come out here and do this, da 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 da. She said, yeah, you know, she said out of maybe like 30 individuals, you the first one that ever came home and did exactly what you said you was gonna do. I'm a man of my word, man. I really believe in integrity. I believe that it's very important. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to bullshit. UFD's my life, my people in my life. You know what I'm saying? I don't really have nothing else. Like shit, it's embarrassing a little bit to say, but I ain't even get no nookie yet because I've been moving so much trying to take care.
How long you been home, bro?
Only 15 days.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like my immediate concern was the kids. Then, you know, taking care of my business to make sure that I got my bank account, my living situation, etc. It's like, you know, I don't really have time to really devote the energy to chasing behind no female. I did go on a date though with a shorty that's actually you know, she lives in this apartment complex.
Oh, okay.
That was beautiful, you know what I'm saying? You know, spending time with her and all that. but you know, like I don't have the time to really like devote to trying to chase no coochie. Like, I mean, like whatever's gonna come is gonna come.
Yep, and you got to get yourself readjusted, man, because
and that's a big thing.
26 years and 15 days. 15 that's ain't nothing.
If opportunity presents itself, cool. But I'm not gonna devote the energy I need.
And just I don't got to tell you this too, my bro. Just when you're dealing with that, be careful, man.
Oh, absolutely,
you already feel me?
I was careful before I got locked up. I was 16, but I was smart.
Wow.
I say I was smart, man, but there's a lot of dangers out there, But I just want to, just.
And two, after this, man, we're gonna do follow-up interviews with a lot of programs that you're doing. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm just glad of the work, and I'm glad I got a chance to do this interview because I was looking forward to this interview for a long time, bro.
We did.
And to get your story out there and everything. And this is just the tip of the iceberg right here.
Facts.
We got so much more information we got, for y'all. But I'm gonna let my brother go because he kind of stressed for time. I appreciate him coming through. Dontie, you're welcome to come anytime you want to come sit and talk. And like I told you before, you need me for anything, I'm here for you. Real shit. You understand what I'm saying, my brother? And this is Nofaces Exclusive interviews. Disobey everything evil and wicked. Y'all already know. And before we get out of here, something would you like to say, bro?
Basically, people follow me at Dontie Mitchell Free on Instagram. I'm still trying to raise money on my Facebook at Mfalme Sikivu. We doing the fundraiser for the kids, for the Dynasty Kids program. All I'm asking for people to contribute is $5, man. If many people contribute a small amount, adds up to a lot. So I'm not asking for nothing else. So we could take these kids on trips and then build the organization, build the program, so people see that it works, and then we can develop more funding. But I want the funding to come from the community. I want to go to these rich, big donors that want to butt their heads in our business. At the end of the day, man, these are your children. Invest in your children. And that's pretty much it, brother.
All right, that's what's up. All right, peace, everybody. Y'all have a beautiful day. And part 2 coming soon. Peace.
Peace.